Hello, everybody. Okay, so weird stuff has been going on all day, and really just for like a week. I don't know. Whenever we had snow in Georgia. All right, snow in Georgia, not always like the best. Well, okay, it's never the best. There's like one snowplow in the state. Yeah, it doesn't snow here that often. And to be quite honest with you, snow in Georgia quickly, and I do mean quickly, turns to ice. And I mean, I don't know anybody, even people that grew up in ice and snow, that are equipped with like actually driving on ice because it's sliding. I mean, that's what it is, right? So, lots of weird stuff has been going on. I did finally remember to put the new intro on my video. I know, been meaning to change it for a really long time. Finally got around to that. I am in the middle of redoing the bathroom in my office because as I told more than one of my clients, but I actually told this to a client today, that it looked like the bathroom in my office looked like where scary movies start. You know, like it was a scary movie set. It was scary. There was water damage in there. And I was just like, man, it's not a big deal. I'm the only one using it. Well, now I have all these projects going, and I'm like, people are going to have to be here. And so I've been trying to fix it. And the more I fix it, the more I'm just like, oh, geez, there's something else I have to fix. So now there's like a hole, a large hole, um, looking out into my yard from the bathroom, which is fantastic. It's super fantastic. And so I have to patch that with a piece of sheetrock that I have, and I'm doing that, and it's just a whole thing. And then during this wonderful snow day that we had here in Georgia, a limb fell on my roof of my office, and it didn't just fall and crash and knock some shingles loose, which is bad, but okay. It fell and went into the roof. It found the one place in the roof that that had boards coming together right at a joint or something, and that limb went right into that. So that's fun. That's fun. So we've all been trying to repair it, like me and Dr. Seuss, and my brother is in town and he's been trying to help, and I'm just like, really? Really? What are we going to do next? Am I happy about this? I mean, I'm happy that that's all the damage I had. Hello, Tiffany. I am happy that that is all the damage I had. Really happy about that. We had a new moon. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. We had a full moon that hit its peak yesterday. Full moon in Cancer. So we're still in that energy, to be quite honest with you. I mean, it doesn't go away in a day. That full moon energy, it hit its peak. Don't have my glasses on. I should put my glasses on. It hit its peak yesterday. I cannot see what time because I'm in the wrong calendar, but I do love this calendar. And we're technically still in the full moon today. So, we have 3 days of a full moon, but it hit its peak. So very, very good information. Oh yeah, I do. You guys know how I am about astrological calendars. Love, love, love this one. This is the one for 2025. I love Llewellyn's. It's like, hello, Angela. Everybody has their niche, their favorites, whatever. I like these because it's ones that I can use. Full moon hit its peak yesterday at 5:27 p.m., but we're still in the full moon in Cancer today. So, just FYI, letting you know that. But there's so much more that's going on in Cancer because Mars has retrograded back into Cancer, and Mars retrograde in Cancer. Mars in Cancer, period, because Mars is not overly fond of the water sign. I mean, who can blame him, right? He rules fire sign. So Mars in the water sign is a little emotional anyway, and retrograde, even better, right? And now we have North Node in Pisces. I mean, dude, Pisces is getting a serious workout. Has anybody else noticed that? There's so much in Pisces right now. Seriously. I mean, there is so much in Pisces. And I'm just like, yeah, when I did the end of the, because, I'm working on February. Actually, I'm working on March, because I work like a couple of months ahead. But I already did all of February stuff. So when I was looking at February, and, again, I've been working on March the past couple of days, but Pisces at the end of February has Sun, Saturn, Mercury, Neptune, North Node. Wow. I mean, a lot of stuff going on there. A lot of stuff going on. So I feel like I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sorry. Yeah, at the end of February, I just wanted to double check my math, because I already did it. The February is we in February with 5 planets in water, 1 planet in fire, 2 planets in air, and 1 planet in earth, and plus South Node, because South Node will be in Virgo, and water is 5 planets plus North Node. So really, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. I feel like this is just a really emotional time. It really is. And you know how, like, I know I talk about this a lot, like on a lot of my videos, whether they're the live ones or the my recorded ones, but we usually have a period of time, like Mercury. We usually have a period of time where we have, like, all the planets are direct, right? I mean, like, usually it's a couple of months, maybe it's a period of time where we sort of have a breather and all the planets are direct, nothing's retrograde, whatever. No, I'm not finding that so far this year. I don't really know I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, like, I'm finding small pockets of time, but not anything like massive, like not a couple of months. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just haven't dove deep enough into 2025. I don't know. But it seems like it's appropriate because we have Year of the Snake that starts on the 29th. This is a 9-year in numerology. I feel like this is it's not a retrograde year, but it's dealing with a lot of stuff that we need to let go of. And it's dealing with a lot of stuff that, like, we need to let go of because it's no longer serving us, or that it's shit that we've just been carrying around for too long. Let go of some baggage. Yeah. So that being said, I want to talk about how everybody handles challenging situations, because I I don't always handle challenging situations well. I really don't. I should be better at it. I'm 52. I should be better at handling some of these challenging situations that come up for me. Like there's a limb stuck in the roof of my office. Okay, that's fine. We've been working on it. It's almost patched. There's a hole in the wall of the bathroom in my office. Okay, it's being patched. I'm working on that. So hopefully that'll be gone to tomorrow. So there's tarps all over the place. There's things covering it up. These are normal challenging situations. I would think, just like, okay, stuff goes wrong, right? In a home, in a house, whatever. Um, but let's talk about like relationships. Let's talk about like issues that arise that maybe seem normal. Like maybe those would be normal things to some of you guys or not normal. Like dealing with challenging situations in like with your family or with your friends or with people that it's hard to cut ties from. Or maybe it's just hard to go low contact with. Yeah, I mean, you can't Facebook and Instagram block everybody, can you? I mean, I gotta say, there's a lot of people that I would love to do that too. I'm so sorry about my hands. You can tell I've been working, um, with hammers and um, hot glue. Um, I just had no idea that I should learn how to spackle spackle as well as I mean, it's not like putting icing on a cake, even though that's what I was told. Also, I have a fear of cutting wires. Is this like with anybody else? Like there's a lot of wires in a wall, and I have a fear of cutting wires. And so my dad is on the phone with me, FaceTime, like looking at these wires, and he's just like, that's fine. That's a station wire. You can cut that. What the hell is a station wire? Like I, I wasn't trained in this. It's just, little stuff. Yeah, I am afraid of cutting wires. My necklace broke when I was putting my microphone on. So, see, little challenging things, it's not big stuff, right? I mean, it's not earth shattering. It's a pain in the butt, but it's not earth shattering. So, I do have clients that are dealing with earth shattering stuff. I have clients that they're really, really dealing with some serious, serious challenges. And like going low contact or no contact with family members that you have to see, is not that's not an easy thing, you know? Um, I would be scared of cutting wires too. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you. You know what? I feel this because Tiffany is also she studied science more than I did, and I have a science degree, but she has a science degree as well, but I think she has like additional years that I don't have. Cutting wires is not, it's like, I feel like it's cutting a nerve center and I feel like it's just going to shock me. And I'm like, yeah, it does. It feels like cutting nerves in the body. It doesn't feel good. Okay, I'm seeing weird stuff come up. Um I hope this is not what I'm seeing. If you guys are getting tagged, especially if you're in Facebook, if you are getting like some sort of spam tag, I'm really sorry. I can't see the spammers usually here if they're messaging you directly. Um, but I think that's what I'm seeing over here. So if it's a spammer messaging you, please ignore them or report them. Reporting them would be great. And here's Mercury. Have to be in the middle. Come here. She doesn't like being on camera as much. Look, look, look. Everybody's looking at you. Yeah, no, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. She's hilarious. Okay, hilarious may be a different thing. But how is everybody working with these challenges? The thing is, I do want to say I have a couple of clients that I've helped to energetically block people. If you want to call it binding them up and like sending their energy back, you can put it that way. Energetically blocking them, turning the mirror on so that it's anything that they're sending out to you is bouncing back onto them. I want to say that anything you do like that has to be reinforced at some point. It's not ever going to just be permanent. Eventually those people could give up and stop like trying to target you or stop trying to come after you energetically or even verbally, if you're no longer participating. But the thing is, you do have to reinforce that. So if you it's just like, well, it's just like this wall that I'm working on. It hasn't been like looked at in a long time. There was water damage that we thought we had taken care of, but there was more water damage on the inside of the wall that we didn't realize. So we didn't address it. And because we didn't address it, it just kept like deteriorating. So it needed to be addressed from the inside. Now that I know that there is possible water leaks, like in certain spots, especially in my office, I can periodically check it and make sure, right? That's the same way with anything that you set up where you're trying to cut ties with someone or you're trying to energetically keep them out of your business, out of your stuff, or if you are trying to bind someone up and send them out of your life, you have to do this. You have to reinforce it every now and then. You need to check on those things every now and then. Hello, Suzanne. How are you? And I want to tell you that while North Node is in Pisces, this could be a time when you really have it's challenging for you to speak up for yourself. It's challenging for you to be super assertive. Setting clear intentions is going to be really, really important now. It is, because there are other people out there that are going to want to take advantage of that, and they're going to want to push you around. They want to see you have the reaction, all right? And if they can stay calm while you're having the reaction, more's the better, because then you look like, crazy or whatever, and they look serene and calm. So you need to be very assertive and set your intentions and boundaries during North Node in Pisces. I know I did this video. I put it out there. Oh my gosh, I must have done that video like 3 or 4 times because things just kept happening with that video when I was trying to make North Node in Pisces video. But I think I got the gist across. There were some things that I wish I had mentioned. Really, it's Pisces North Node is just very much, it's an emotional time, but keeping that balance with your emotions and with your material, or like keeping grounded, is really important. It reminds me of the Two of Pentacles in the tarot, where you are keeping a balance between the spiritual nature and the being grounded and being earthly. So like I said in my North Node video, we are here to have an earthly experience, but we need to keep our strong spiritual connection. So that's also going to be helpful during these challenging situations. But the thing is if you set your intentions during these challenging situations and you set clear intentions and you hold on to your boundaries, that's going to save you a ton in the long run. Let them that's trying to push you around, let them like wig out. Let them do it. The thing is, and this has happened to me where somewhere where I used to work, they knew like that I was very meticulous about like God, I can't keep my hair. They knew I was very meticulous about like anything that had to do with money. I still am. They knew that I was just like, that I always double checked, and they thought that they would use that to trigger me. Well, they did. They did. They took a lot of stuff out of context, but they did use that to trigger me. It was absolutely, absolutely my responsibility, and I could have probably been a lot more assertive, but I was just like, I kept being goaded by somebody who was being an ass. I mean, she was. She kept just being like she didn't care. Well, she didn't care because it wasn't her money. And so other people were having the same problems with her. And she did get fired. She did. But the thing is, they were using that to get me into trouble because they said I was aggressive. Okay, I'm sorry. Standing up for yourself is not aggressive. Standing up for yourself and being assertive is not abusive. It's not. And do not let these people gaslight you into saying that you're being abusive or you're being, aggressive because you're standing up for yourself. That is an incorrect statement. You can be aggressive. I very well can be aggressive. I can absolutely be abusive, as I think everyone on the planet can when they feel like they have been pushed too far. However, because of that instance, I now record conversations. Yeah, because I want to make sure that I am not accused of something like that again. That was a challenging situation for me. And I think I learned a lot from it. I feel like I learned a lot from it. And I feel like that was just like, okay, all right. I'm not going to be pushed around anymore. If you're supposed to leave work at 4:30 every day and people are calling your desk phone or your work phone at 4:35 and 5 o'clock and being like, where are you? Why aren't you there? I leave at 4:30. Set your intentions that at 4:31, you are no longer taking phone calls. At 4:31, you are not returning emails, and leave. I mean, unless you work in an ER, it's not really, your time is your time. It's time for you to take off, Um, and that is a challenging thing, to be assertive and to set your intentions and to stand up for yourself. It is. It is. Not cool. No friends at 4:30 p.m. Oh my gosh, Tiffany. Are you just like, no, no, I'm not. You're only friends with people at work on work hours? That would be hilarious. Very true, I think, for a lot of us. Um, um, but another thing when we're dealing with challenging situations, and especially with all the stuff that's going on right now with North Node and Pisces, is it is important to be accepting and keep our balance. I did say this in that video that I did, so I'm reiterating a lot of stuff, but it is really important that we accept ourselves We accept, like, our limitations and our triggers. So for me, when I'm like, "Oh, I see what's going on. They're trying to trigger me. They're trying to make this happen." And I just go, "Okay." And then I'm like, "I'm so sorry you're being really ugly right now." I said this to a family member. They did not appreciate it. I was just like, "I'm so sorry. I feel like you're just being really ugly right now, but you go do what you need to do. I'm gonna be over here. You go do what you need to do. I'm gonna be over here." I mean, there was nothing I could do to convince them that they were wrong. There was nothing that I could do to convince them that they needed to participate. There was nothing that I could do, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I'm sorry that you feel put upon, but you're really acting ugly, so I'm out. Thanks. I mean, that's ugly. I'm not, so yeah, I know. Wasn't that was a little mean of me to say. It was a little petty. It was a little petty. It was a little petty. But I honestly felt good after I did that because they were trying their damnedest to trigger me. They were trying so hard to push me because I have been known, I know you guys are going to be shocked about this, but I've been known in the past that if somebody wanted a fight, if somebody wanted an argument, that they could come and push me around a bit and I would argue with them. I'd fight with them. And now I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, so wish I had the time for this. Really do. Can't do it. Got kids to run around after. Really gotta, like, take care of some stuff. Too many cats. There's just too many cats. Gotta go." It may seem petty, but it's also how I got through that challenging situation because I can't just cease contact with them. And there's a lot of people, it's really weird. The people in my family that I want to see all the time, that I want to keep in contact with, the people that I want to see all the time, those are the people that we can never, like, rarely, like, we can rarely get together. We can't get together as much as I want to. Like, oh my gosh, one of my cousins and her husband, it's the coffee cup dude. Um, I I just adore them. I cannot get together with them as much as I want to. But then there's other people that I'm just like, "Can we can we skip the reunion? Can we just, like, just move on past that? Like, do we have to? Let's just exchange Christmas cards and let's just move on with our lives." You know? I mean, we don't even have to be Facebook friends. I know. I know. It is. It's just kind of interesting. It's all over the place. I I think that challenging situations come to us for us to learn. That's a difficult word. For us to learn, for us to practice our faith, for us to practice our accepting, for us to, like, practice our empathy without sacrificing ourselves. And that is really, really hard for empaths. It's hard for empaths to be like, to have empathy, to understand, to be caring, but to not sacrifice. This is where we can start going, okay, this is a challenging situation. I feel for you. I love this about you. Can't help you right now. You know, can I say a little prayer for you? You know? I had a coworker that said no friends at 5:30, which was the end of her shift. I respected her for it. She set her boundary firmly. Yeah. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, Tiffany. That makes a lot of sense. Um, okay, I'm still getting weird notifications. So if you guys are getting spammed, the people that are on Facebook, if you are getting spammed, um, I'm sorry. Just report it. That's the best thing I can tell you. It's not happening as much on YouTube anymore, um, because they've been clearing out all of the spam bots. They do this apparently a couple of times a year. So everybody goes through and like loses a whole bunch of subscribers because they're clearing out spam bots. So it's just fun. What's going on? Any messages from my 8-year-old twin daughter's dad, Robbie, or oh, no, no. I'm so sorry. Um I'm not accepting new clients, Sarah Rose, but I'm also not doing readings tonight. So where was I? Talking about still challenging situations. So I want you guys to understand that this is not, for me, it's not the easiest time. Having Pisces in North Node and South Node in Virgo, it's not an easy time because it is a lot of releasing for me personally because I have so many placements in Virgo. Um, but I want to remind all of you that this is a 9-year in numerology. So we are looking at the release, reset, and renew paradigm. And I think this is a really, I feel good about it. I really do. Because sometimes you just have to go back and you just have to clean it out. You just have to clean out that closet. You have to clean out that emotional baggage that you've been carrying around. Now, some of it is people that we need to separate from, right? It is people that we need to go low contact with, or people that we just, and I don't know why it is like this, that people that we need to go low contact with or even no contact with, those seem to be the people that we think about that live here rent free, right? They live in our heads, and that's all we can hear is the negative, like, "Ah," from those people. And they're the people that we need to get out. They're the people that we need to clear and bind up their energy and push out. Not an easy thing. Again, not an easy thing, but it is a necessary thing. And I'm saying this from a place where I am the girl that doesn't even like to clean out her closet because I take clothes and I'm like, oh my gosh, but I remember I was wearing this when I did this, or so and so gave me this. But what I have to remember is that those people and those memories are not in that piece of cloth. They're not. They're in the pictures that I've taken. I save pictures like crazy, but they're in the pictures that I've taken. I I have always held on to like clothes and shoes and just been like, "Oh, but oh my gosh, I was wearing this on this special day or this special." No, it's truly not worth it. It's the same way with memories, and it's the same way with, like, people that I have a tendency to hold on to, and I can't help but remember Maya Angelou saying, she's just one of my most favorite people, writers. I just, oh my gosh, I love her. So she said, "Let things past fixing be past remembering." And I apply that to people. If I can't fix that relationship, or and here's the kicker, if I don't want to fix that relationship, if I truly do not want to be friends with that person again, I'm good. Like, I need to adios them out of my head. I need to relieve them from, like, the emotional baggage that I'm carrying around. I don't need that. I don't need to carry that around. So if it's past remembering, I mean, if it's past fixing, then it's past remembering. If we can't fix it, and to my knowledge, no one has invented a time machine yet, if it's if we can't go back in time and fix it like in our past life regression, that's okay. You're not going to be able to undo it, but maybe you can go back and heal it. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a difference with that. Like, again, it's not Back to the Future. So it's not like you are in a DeLorean time machine. But if you do past life regressions, you can heal the situation without changing it. It just makes a huge that's a really cool thing, my opinion. The year of the snake, I feel like, and I said this in the video that is actually it's coming out later this week for the year of the snake. The year of the snake is starting on January 29th, and it's going to be a lot calmer than the year of the dragon. The year of the dragon is very dramatic. It is like every time we bring in the year of the dragon, it's very dramatic, a lot of stuff going on. I mean, and I feel like dragons themselves, like anybody that was born in the year of the dragon, is very dramatic and very emotional. Yeah. So Year of the Snake, a very different feel. It's much calmer, it's much stiller than the Year of the Dragon. So I am looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to it because I feel like it ties in really nicely with North Node and Pisces and the 9 year that we're in. Just one woman's opinion, and I could be proven wrong, but I mean, it looks good on paper. That's what I'll say. So I feel like we're going to be able to deal with challenging situations a bit better, like in 2025, than maybe we have in the past couple of years. But the thing is here is that we need to watch out for some of these challenging situations that are coming in, and how is it affecting us? How is it trying to trigger us? What are you doing to like work through this? And there's a couple of things I wrote down. My office got turned upside down a little bit because, well, the roof, having a limb sticking out of my roof for a few days. Fun. Don't recommend, by the way. But I had to move stuff around because they had to go up into like the attic of my office and like on the actual roof itself. And I'm also doing work on the inside of my office. So it kind of got a little discombobulated. That's a good way to put it. So the thing is, an exit is an opening to something different. A way out is an option. It's an option. Cutting ties with someone, like walking away from challenging situations, or walking away is not always an option, but not reacting is an option. It's not an easy option for me because I want to just be like, are you kidding me with this crap? Are you kidding me? But I've been working on that. Where I just go, okay, okay. Because knowledge and knowing what your triggers are is a self-defense mechanism that is stronger than any weapon. It really is. And knowledge is as much a weapon as a knife or a sword. It's so knowledge of like what triggers you can save you so much time and energy. And just going, "Oh, that triggers me." So I have a tendency to step back from that. I have a tendency to, like, detach from that situation. When I see my friends being treated very poorly by, um, their family, by their spouses, by their parents, and I just sit and I'm like, "This is very triggering to me." But I'm not gonna jump in. I'm not gonna jump in and say anything to them. So I just I step back, and then later on I'll be like, "I'm really sorry." It triggers me when I see people treating you this way because I've seen myself being treated that way, and then I lash out at the wrong people. I lash out at the wrong people because I'm being treated this way by people I feel like I couldn't stand up to. So you do what you got to do, but I don't know that I can witness this. If you need some help setting boundaries, I'm your girl. I'm your girl. You need to deal, you got to figure out how to deal with daddy issues. Oh, yeah, I'm your girl. I mean, I got two daddies, issues with both of them. So, where do you want to start? Let's unpack it, you know? But I can't sit and witness it because I'll get pissed. It's bad. Super hard for me to set those assertive boundaries without sacrificing my well-being. Getting better though. Oh, Tiffany. Oh, Tiffany. I know that you're getting better with that. I know that you are getting better with that. And the thing is, it's it's really hard on the people that have known us the longest, right? Because we start setting those boundaries and being like, no, that's not okay. They're all of a sudden just going, oh my gosh, I was just teasing. I was just kidding. I'm like, really? Really? I mean, I literally said something like this over the holidays. I was like, well, I don't make fun of any of y'all for like being picky about what you eat, but you have to comment on me not liking onions. You have to comment on the fact that I'm picking them out of everything. I Incidentally, I also pick out green peppers, which I don't care for. I will eat the red ones and the orange ones occasionally, but I don't like the green ones. I don't. I don't like watercress. I pick that shit out. And nobody ever says anything about the other people at the table and what they're picking out of their plate, what they're not eating. And I'm like, okay. And so they all just acted like I was just incredibly rude. And I was sitting at the table trying not to cry. And I was just like, yeah, keep at it. And I thought, I don't have to deal with I don't have to deal with this. And I was like, they kept trying to talk to me, and I was like, no, no. See, you don't get to like do that to me after I know that they were trying to make up for it. And that's the thing. Nobody in like parts of my family, nobody ever walks up and says, I'm really sorry. We shouldn't have done that. I do that. I do it all the time. I am training my kids to do that. But nobody comes up and says, I'm so sorry we hurt your feelings. I didn't mean to do that. Wow, that was really difficult, wasn't it? So I was just like, no, I'm not talking to anybody until they say they're sorry. And then I walked in the kitchen and one of the culprits caught me and was like, I'm really sorry. And I went, thank you. That's all I wanted. I don't talk to you guys like that. And I don't expect you to talk to me like that. I don't know what's going on with y'all. I don't know what's happening, but I I walked in and it was a mess. But you don't get to take it out on me. If you need some help, ask for it. But don't like start taking it out on me. Setting boundaries is not easy. It's not. But I've just determined. I'm like, if they don't want to apologize to me, like I apologize to them and have for 52 years, If they don't want to apologize to me, then they don't get to interact with me. It's just that simple. I mean, because after lunch, I was like, okay, we're ready to go. Until one of them was just like, hey, I'm really sorry. That's all I needed to hear. I'm not trying to blackmail them with my attention, but I'm also not giving my attention to someone who doesn't think that I am worth the apology. So that was hard. It wasn't easy because I started to do what I always did, and that's getting upset, crying, and just like, eh, starting to argue with everyone. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I was just like, okay. So as soon as everybody, as soon as everybody was getting up from the table, I was like, okay, boys, I need you to start getting your stuff together. And that's when they were like, what? And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, did you think I was gonna sit here all afternoon and like just sit here in the corner or listen to you guys? No, no, I'm good. So, challenging situation. Can't exactly like go low contact with some of these people. And the thing is, they are not used to me being like that. I was gone from Georgia. I was gone from seeing them every day for many years. And every time they would come around me, they would start to see differences. And it wasn't always differences that they liked. Yeah. But I've watched too many of my family members get upset at other family members or other friends and just be like, "It's fine, just don't tell them." No, no. If they did something wrong or they injured you in some way, if they hurt your feelings, there's a way to say this instead of holding that resentment in. Because then I realized what I was doing. I was like, starting my old things again, where I'm like, "Oh my gosh, where's the damn donuts? Do we have any cake? Can we have some cake here? Oh, what can I shovel into my face to make myself feel better? I don't wanna weigh 400 pounds." So, that's not the answer, right? That is not the answer. The answer was for me to make it known that I was unhappy, and they all knew that they owed me an apology. But again, so many of my family members try to cover things up and just try to say they'll just do something nice for me or they'll do something nice to me so that that's their apology. But then they demand an actual apology from me. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting dynamic. I'm trying to unring that bell with my kids, you know? And again, an exit is an opening to something different. It's it's a way out. A way out is an option. And that is absolutely my way out. I was like, I'm not doing this. I am not going to be anybody's frustration punching bag. I'm not going to be that. And I'm not going to be upset over something that I had no control over, I didn't do, I didn't have anything, like, I wasn't a part of it. They're just in a bad mood, so they decided to pick on me. How old are we? And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. No, we're not doing that. Not doing that today." So, that was my exit. That was my exit strategy. But I knew what triggered me, and the knowledge protected me. It protected me, and it's also a really good it is more of a weapon. It's just as much of a weapon as a sword or a knife. Knowledge can be crippling to some people that are trying to put you in challenging situations. I really want you guys to think about this when you're at work. A lot of this seems to be coming up for my clients when they're at work or they're dealing with business like associates. The thing is, contracts are contracts are there for a reason. They're to protect both parties. Don't eh, don't skip it. Please don't skip it. Don't say, "Oh, well, I'm friends with this person, so I don't need a contract." No. If you want to remain friends with that person, get a contract, okay? If you want to remain, like, in business, get a contract. It's especially when you're doing things at work. I love how Tiffany, she's on YouTube, said she had a coworker that said, "There's no friends at 5:30." She left at the end of her shift. She was still friends with everyone there, but she wasn't like people couldn't come up to her and say, "Oh my gosh, will you please do this just for me, just for me?" No. No, because that is business. That's a different kind of thing. You can still care about that person. You can still have a lot of empathy. I'm really sorry that you need to leave early. You need to go talk to the supervisor. I can't stay for you. I cannot do this. I have been here for 9 damn hours or whatever. No, no. Set your boundaries. Okay? Be assertive. You can have empathy for other people. You can feel for their situation without sacrificing yourself. I am not saying that you have to be selfish or you don't to make yourself feel guilty of like, should I have help? Should I have help? No, no, help. If you have the means or the time or the energy or whatever, help where you can, but do not sacrifice yourself. I think I talked about this last week, but I know I've said this to several clients over the week. You are only supposed to give from the overflow of your cup. You are not supposed to give from the core of it. I have one client that, oh my gosh, I've been reading for her for years. I just adore her. She has been giving out so much and she's not been refilling herself. She's been giving out so much that she's now to the point where she's empty and she doesn't care. And that is so not her. It's that is so not her. And I was like, okay, freeze. Everything needs to stop. You can't give out anymore. You literally have nothing else to give. You have to refill yourself. You've got to find a way to replenish. She likes to go hiking. She goes and exercises. She goes and hikes. Another client of mine goes and gets her nails done. I'm like, dude, I have to make time to do that because I love having my nails done. Just just sitting there and having somebody rub my hands, my feet, and I'm just like, yeah, oh my gosh, that's like a little piece of heaven. I can fall asleep in those chairs. I have fallen asleep in those chairs. I think that it's it it's challenging when people look at that kind of thing as selfish. No, it's not. Going to the store by myself sometimes is a gift. Do you know how lovely it is to walk around Target without somebody like going, why do we need that? Or can we go look at this? Can I get an icy? I'm really thirsty. I have to go to the bathroom. Did you bring this? Do I have one of these? I like just walking around Target. I don't necessarily want to buy anything. Always. I mean, I just I just want to walk around and I just want to have my moment. So, an hour out of the week, you would think, oh, sure, you should be able to carve that out, right? But then the text messages start coming in or the phone calls start coming in. So now I have found a target where I don't get very good cell service in, and it's a rather big target. And I will tell everyone that is important, I'll be like, well, I need to go to the big target. I don't get very good cell service, so if you don't hear from me from for an hour, I'm probably okay. So giving yourself that time just helps you to refill your stores. But you are not supposed to be giving unless it's overflow. You're not supposed to be giving out unless it's overflow. We don't like pull from the core. And that's the thing. Even when you're donating like blood, people that donate blood, people that donate their kidneys, they don't take both kidneys. They just take one. If you're donating your blood, you're only allowed to give so much at a time, right? That's how you need to look at your energy because it is a palpable thing. You can't give from an empty vessel. Don't give out more than you can spare. That is a very crucial thing during North Node in Pisces. It's going to affect everybody a little differently because some of you probably have a lot of water in your chart. Some of you may not have as much in your chart, but some of you have a lot of Pisces placements. Some have a lot of Virgo placements. All of those things are going to be highlighted during this time. And 18 months of North Node in Pisces is a very different thing than North Node when it was in Aries. So, this is a year of release because 9-year, the year of the snake is a very patient year. It's very secretive. It's a very still year. It's very much not the complete antithesis, but it's a very different energetic feel than the year of the dragon, that dramatic dragon. So it's going to be different kinds of challenges that are going to be coming up this year. And remember, the only thing that we can truly, truly control is our response to situations. As much as I would love to control other people, and I really would, because Virgo sun, Capricorn rising, I'm just like, really, people, I know what you need to do. Please listen to me. Not everybody wants to do that. So instead of being so controlling to other people, I'm definitely working and have been working on this for many years, controlling myself. I can only control my response to these situations. And I think that is really I think that's really important. It's going to be hugely important come January 29th when we enter the year of the snake. We're already in the 9-year. We already have Pisces hosting North Node. So we're almost there. I know. But I'm truly excited because I think that together we can handle challenging situations much better. I almost wrote on the title and the stuff for this video that it was like, are you equipped to handle challenging situations? Because I'm not. And I don't always feel like I am. I really don't. It's not easy. It is constant practice. It's constant practice. But I mean, the thing is, That's the only way you really get good at something is just repetition, right? Right? And if spirit wants us to be good at something, we're going to have to practice. I don't like it. I'll be honest with you. I don't like practicing, but I've been getting a lot of practice with it lately. I mean, a lot. Again, I had my necklace break right before the show started. I did finally get the limb out of the roof of my office. That's a good thing. Um, there's currently a tarp up there, but there's a hole in the wall in the bathroom of my office. There's a tarp over that. So, yeah. My cat keeps making a mess of his food back here. This is Mouse. Mercury eats over here. One of the heaters went out. I just want to unload. I'm just going to unload with you guys for a second. But there's some good things happening too. I found some fantastic purple paint in my closet of paint. Yeah, I have a closet of paint cans. A closet. I found some fantastic purple paint. So when the bathroom is done, I'm going to paint it purple. Yeah. Very excited about that. I got this wonderful cover for a couch. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that's like tying together. So, and I'm not mad at anybody for like what they said to me about my food because I didn't let it eat me up. I didn't let it eat me up. I addressed the situation right then and there so that it's not living in my head rent free. That was something different. That was definitely a different thing for me. Yeah. And I'm not going to let the people that do not contribute to my day to day with good energy, the people that I really do want to block are the people that I really just want to like annex from my life or go low contact with. I'm not going to let them like live rent free in my head and dictate to me how I handle some of these situations because that's what they're doing. If I give them that kind of control, they're in the driver's seat. Not easy. Practice. And this year, I am definitely going to be spending more time with people that I enjoy being with. I know. It's so crazy. All the people that I enjoy being with, I don't get to see enough. I do not get to see them enough. I'm fixing that. I am fixing that situation. All right. Well, I think that's all I had. I had a whole nother page of stuff that I was gonna say. I can't find it because okay, I wasn't the only one moving stuff around in my office. So there was some stuff that again got mislaid. But that's okay. That's okay. We're working through that. And I still feel like we had a decent talk tonight. Yes, indeed. What else was I gonna say? I'm very excited about the videos that are coming out. I'm ready to pull the trigger so that the videos are out the week before. Like the numerology videos are out a little bit earlier. It's good. Ooh, purple. I know, Tiffany. It's like I feel like the whole time I was looking at it, I was like painting like a little swatch to see if it was something I wanted because I was like, "Is it too dark? You know, what is it?" And I was just like singing Purple Rain in my head. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to sing it here because first of all, I don't want to be demonetized, but I'm a bad singer. I mean, I sound really good in the car and in the shower when I'm singing, but for some reason when I get out of those places, I don't sound as good when I'm singing. So, but Purple Rain was like running through my head the whole time I was like painting that swatch. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love it." It's lovely. All right, you guys. I hope y'all have an awesome week. I hope y'all have an awesome week. I hope you like the new little I finally got the new thumbnail and stuff from Metaphysical Practices. It's little things like that that have made me happy. I know, we'll see how long it lasts. I may change it again, but that's okay. There was some stuff that I needed to let go of. I hope y'all have an awesome, awesome week. Go unpack some of that emotional, mental baggage. Let it go. Let it out. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. All right, bye, y'all. I can't seem to hit stop. Bye.